Good morning, good day to all. The backbone of success is hard work, determination, good planning, and perseverance. For tomorrow's belongs to the people who prepare for it today. So the title is The Ant and the Cricket. This is poem adapted from Aesop Fables. Aesop is a famous Greek writer. It is a fable in poetic form. A fable is a story often with animals as characters that conveys a moral. So this is a poem about a silly young cricket and an ant. This poem tells us the story of a careless cricket who was busy in only singing and never thought and did anything for his future. And on the other side, the ant was very sincere to his work and thought and also did for the future. The ant lived with self respect even in harsh time, while the cricket had to beg and could not survive harsh hours of winter. Here is a poetic line: The ant and the cricket. Cricket is like an insect, like a grasshopper. A silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says cricket, of me? At last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay anything by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night. For all nature looked gay. For all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned to the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. Let me explain stanza wise. The first one: a silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Here, accustomed means in the habit, used to. And one more word, gay. Gay means it's happy. Gay means happy. See, as I told before, there was a young and silly cricket. He used to spend all his time in singing in warm summer and spring season. Cricket not realizing that these months were also meant for the work, because with the arrival of winter, finding food would become difficult, right? So therefore, according to the insects, summer and spring season means for storing food. But the cricket spent all the time in vain during the happy months, and now his cupboard were entirely empty. His cupboard was empty because he didn't store any food for winter. He should have stored food, he should have stored something, but he didn't. When he started realizing that there was nothing in his home, the winter came. The happy months of summer flew away in no time. Next, not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says cricket, of me? This lines means, oh, what will become of me, says cricket. See, the cricket realized that ground was covered with snow and there was not even crumb to be found. There is nothing, nor he could see any flowers or leaves on the tree. There was nothing to eat within the house or outside. He became desperate not knowing what to eat and how to survive. The cricket had nothing within the house or outside, and he can't find anything in winter outside. He could find food only in spring and summer. Just think of cricket's state. What was the condition of cricket? What will become of him? As he was wasted the summer and spring month only in singing, not working at all, how will he find food in his cupboard, right? He should have stored, right? But nothing around him. Next one. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive. So the cricket is ready to seek help from ant. See, the cricket was starving due to famine, hunger, and no resource to sustain himself during the cold months of winter. The winter had taken a toll of his health. He also had no shelter. He had no shelter to rest. Therefore, he set out to meet a miserly ant. Why ant was called miserly ant? I'll tell you later. So, cricket gone to meet miserly ant, hoping that the ant may help him with something that would keep him alive. The cricket had to forego his self-esteem and go begging before the ant. Due to cold, starvation and famine, his ego gone away. He boldly went to ask food and shelter to ant. Do you really think the ant will help the cricket? Let's see what the hope of cricket. Back to the text. He would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. The cricket approaches the ant to seek his help for shelter. The rain made it difficult for the cricket to protect himself from the wet surroundings. He also needed some grains of food cricket needs some grains and food to fight hunger and starvation. He informed the ant that whatever helps he would take, he would repay it soon or else he would die of starvation. Yes, cricket went and thought ant would give him a shelter from rain and something to eat. He wanted to ask borrow not for free, but he would repay it tomorrow. It means he would repay it, return it in summer and spring month. If he had not anything, he would die of if he had not eaten anything, he would have died of starvation and sorrow. And so it is the highlights of cricket that cricket needs to borrow grain to keep him alive. That is what the main priority of. Next, if not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay anything by when the weather was warm? Quath the cricket, not I. Quath means quitted, said. See, the ant felt sorry for the cricket, but he told cricket and the ants never borrow or lend. Maybe that would be the reason that ants are self-sufficient and need not go begging. The ant asked the cricket if he didn't put aside anything in storage for the winter when there is nothing much to be found. The cricket answered in the negative. The ant was quite surprised and shocked. Why was the ant shocked? Because he was shocked that the cricket didn't save anything for winter during the happy months and summer and spring. So the ant replied him that he was a kind servant and friend of cricket, but they would never borrow from others. Okay, they would whether ants neither give nor take. That is Aesop mentioned as a miserly ant. Ant asked him whether he would have stored anything for the winter season. So the ultimate answer from the cricket is no. Not I means no, he did not. The ant cleverly asked what he was doing in the good times, whether he stored anything for the future or not. But the ultimate answer, what is that? He didn't. Cricket didn't store anything. That is why he came to beg. Next, my heart was so light that I sang day and night. For all nature looked gay. You sang, sir? You say? The cricket started explaining that he told the ant that he was so happy during the happy months of summer that he sang day and night. He was so happy and the nature looked so pleasant that he forgot all about the winter on the difficult times or the difficult times. Hearing this, the ant told him that now he should spend the winter in singing and dancing too. The ant told him that there is no point crying over the spilt milk. So, in short, Cricket felt light in his heart in summer and spring. So, he spent singing and dancing all the day. The nature looked beautiful. So, he enjoyed the good times. On hearing this, and shocked, and how can he lost his foresightedness? One should save something for their future. And surprisingly asked Cricket that he sang in summer and spring. Last one. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little Cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have four legs, and some have two. So finally, the cricket got mocked by the ant because of his own stupidity. The ant got irritated and asked the cricket to leave. See, those who do not wish to help themselves cannot be saved by others, right? The poet, in the final couplet of the poem, tells his reader and thought this tale is believed to be a fable. Actually, it is true. The poet calls the truth because what is true for the four-legged cricket is also true for the two-legged humans. So, ant shut the door in front of Cricket and also asked him to sing and enjoy in winter also. Poor Cricket turned away from there. People believe this as a fable, but actually this is true as I told. As some two-legged cricket, it means human. Okay, human also lost their foresightedness, but some of them are more lazy of the current situation. So the hard work and planning for the future is very important. So what we learn from the lesson, people often forget the foresightedness. So the hard work, the planning is very important for the future rather anything. So we learn one should hard work and planning for the future is very important, right? In short, we can describe this. This is a poem, as you write. Cricket was only singing all the day long and used to enjoy his good times during summer season. He didn't plan anything for the future. When the winter arrives, Cricket couldn't find a small amount of food to eat. So the Cricket thinks of going to Miser Ant to borrow food and to get shelter. Then the Cricket knocked on the ant's door asking for help. The ant gives a very important lesson of life during its conversation with the Cricket. Ant says that ants neither borrow from somebody nor lend to somebody. Ants are hardworking creature and save for the future, right? The ant asks the Cricket what it was doing during the happier times. On hearing that, the Cricket indulged in dancing and singing and merrymaking. The ants asked Cricket to try dancing and singing once again during the rough times. If you understood the story, then answer these questions. What are the seasons mentioned here? Spring, summer, winter. Why was his cupboard empty? Because Cricket didn't store anything. What made the Cricket bold? Starvation and famine made the Cricket bold. Whom did the Cricket want to meet? The Cricket want to meet ant. What would keep him alive? A shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain would keep him alive. Why ants refused to help the Cricket? Because ants neither borrow nor lend. So the moral of this poem is, as I told before, this is from Aesop Fables, which contains moral. So the moral, we should not ignore our future. Careful planning is essential for everyone. Thank you.